Hello, this is Ice and Quinn, and welcome back to U35. Parked at the bottom of the water right now, waiting for me to change screens.
Warship bearing 7-8, getting weaker.
As the title suggested, we might have had a little bit of problem with submarine. I'm sorry, a destroyer. We took out a freighter and ended up having a small task force come after us. Almost got a second freighter, but we had to use a deck gun, and deck guns do not actually seem to be capable of destroying anything. About 150 rounds later, it sort of limped off. Should have just used another torpedo, but it was alerted when I took out the freighter in front of it. So, you know, what can you do other than avoid being detected by the destroyers that have been pursuing us for a while, but we are running silent and we're about to move. That's the important part. So it's bearing 8-1 and fading away, and it's the last one in the group. So let's go back to normal operations here. Hello, Dieter. Hello, Salami. Oh my gosh, the map table is not busy right now. So first we need to put in our area of operations. Again, we're in 5514, 120 kilometers. So let me pull that up. Every time you leave the game, that information leaves with you, which is a shame. I think they could save the... I can't grab this now, which is interesting. Can't get rid of it now either. Little bugs like that in the game. There we go. Let me find 55. Be over here. Oh, other side of Britain. There it is. Resizes. This is a mod, so you know, mods are just extra things that people put a lot of time and effort in that you can't always guarantee will work in every situation, although this one works very well. So I'm going to move this sideways, and we'll draw our patrol area out here, which is 120 kilometers, obviously not including land. If I go around space, 119 is good enough. All right, let's clear that out. Clear this out. No, I didn't fall asleep. I was adjusting some screens. All right. Now let's get back to the thing at hand. We're going to head this way. This way. We're going to bring ourselves up to about 30 meters.
9 meters.
We're still silent running. I don't know that there is a need at this time because it seems like everybody's pretty far off.
Yes, Captain.
We'll secure from silent running for now. Maybe. Which we'll have the entire British fleet on top of us now. Okay, let me go ahead and change that to 2.
Slow speed ahead.
Check up on everybody, see how the morale's going. If you play the radio or the gramophone, you'll get copyright strikes on YouTube. Crew maintenance. I don't know that. Are you still writing that book of yours?
Captain. Keeps me sane. Otherwise, my thoughts would be raging in my head.
Yeah. Well, it's good.
Jawohl, Kaloin.
Okay, his morale didn't seem to be affected. While we're waiting to go to the surface, I'll just chat with a couple other people here.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Hello, Willie. Now, apparently all you have to do is overcharge the diesel engines and that's it. You look like you might be related to Joseph. We'll talk about that later. We have a mod in the game that the longer we're at sea, the more beards grow and appear. Dieter used to be fresh shaven. That guy is just not going to talk. This is the electric room here. Generators for when we're running underwater. Everything seems to be running just smoothly, or swimmingly is perhaps a better term. Do I see dripping water there? Guys, you know, I know it's not perfect, but this might be a weak point when we're deeper than 52 meters. Just checking. Okay. Not going to check with Olaf right now. He's our cook. I think he's okay. I'll go up. Well, you know, I don't use it enough, so let me use the observation periscope. We'll go up the periscope depth. We're not at it yet, but we will be. All right, let's go up the periscope depth.
Periscope depth.
We'll keep at that speed right now until we can get a feeling for what's going on. Extend that. It's fully extended. And thanks to everyone who's returning and watching and who's been watching later. We're going to try and keep the copyright strikes out so it's not banned from as many countries. There are apparently some songs from the 1930s. They're still somehow in copyright, but that's international copyright laws. And United States, anything from the 30s is now open game, unless it's been renewed. And maybe that's the case. Maybe somebody took some of these songs and renewed them. I see water. Well, it's not icy water. It's actually rather warm and looks like we're approaching evening. The difference between this periscope and the attack periscope is this one does have a little broader range of view. I can still control most of the torpedo functions from it. Programming of the TDC, which I think the other day I said was torpedo destruction. I'm pretty sure it's a torpedo direction computer. I'm not sure why I said that. I caught that in one of the last videos. Okay. As far as I can tell, there's no one, but we had someone bearing 81, so I'm going to swim it around to there. Someone being a destroyer. See if I can see his smoke. Or if I can't, then he's even further away. Well, we're just spinning in circles down inside the submarine there. Again, the green glow would be radium used to make glowing. It's not glow in the dark today, like it absorbs light energy and photons and then releases them slowly over a period of time. No, this is radioactive. And it releases radioactive energy. There it is. Pull up our chart here. Oh, you know what we have to do is I want to set up the viewer's chart. That's what I've learned to call it. We're highlighting everything so it's possible, except for animated circles where shell hits. Don't want that feels a little bit like cheating, so no, we don't need contact speed, no torpedo rounds, TAI, shallow water, and resupply ships. Okay. So we can see he's over there. Let's take a look at our main navigation chart. Might turn a little bit more this way to give him some more clearing because we want to go back to a search pattern. And we might try the search out. Oh, let's get in some pretty shallow water. Don't like that, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. This will give us a little bit of a heading away from him. You can see he's pinging sonar. He is turning back and forth. There's another one out there, but I don't know how far out he got. They searched the area. I did my best maneuver, which is my only maneuver. Let's head straight in one direction, running full electric motors. And they are called motors when they're electric. They're called engines when they're diesel. Making as much noise as possible. And then running silent and turning in another direction. Actually, another good tactic is you can stay under a freighter or a merchant ship or any other ship. They can't get to you. Or if you obviously stay directly under their ship, except if they think you're there, depth charges will play a big part in that. Now, I just have a periscope up, so I can't believe this guy would be seeing me. What we're going to do is mark on the tactical chart here his location, maybe sort of center. We'll see where he's moving, and then we'll do a little bit of time dilation just so we can continue on our way. I'll pull this map up because time dilation with actual graphics causes a lot of woes. We're going to have to surface at some point because, well, we're actually doing well on the batteries right now. I'm about to drain them. Finally got Joseph to recharge them. He has a habit of not recharging them. Can we go 128? No, we can only do 64. So let's keep that going for a little while. And
Tube 2, ready.
I'll go just that far, though. Maybe we will hit decks awash, see how that goes. Since it is getting dark. Not completely dark, obviously. And make sure we're not going to hit anybody before I pop up. Okay, let's go ahead. The deck's awash.
7 meters.
Do not see our friend anymore. So he must have been continuing in that direction. Which is good. Just waiting for planes. Looks like we're a little bit overcast. So I think we're going to be getting a storm. Nothing hit yet. Let's check the depth.
Right away.
And it sounds like it's pretty deep.
Depth under keel is
It took that long for the sound to bounce back.
meters, Captain.
That's pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and full surface.
Surface the boat.
Get a radio broadcast. Send back some Oops. Transmissions. Periscope down.
8. F planes.
Oh, Joseph.
2 degrees down.
I hate to ask this, but
Every day?
could you resume recharging the batteries?
Yes.
Thank you.
Recharging
See if I can hear it.
Recharging the batteries.
I did, from the last broadcast, also try to reduce the volume of my voice. It's too low, let me know. If I turn it down again.
1, 4. Not through this weather.
Let's send a status report, see if we get any new messages. I'll hit my bunk here and check my own status. Got 24 hours there. To October 1st. Look at my private chart.
Message sent.
There's a mission up here. Oh, we're going to be heading up there probably. Breaking the flotilla. That goes October 15th. Airbase. We've been ordered to patrol this area for 24 hours, and they're going to give us more orders.
New message received.
Yeah. Let me guess. Good job. Massive damage. Ship to, okay, that's the ship we just sank. Report received. Well, excellent. We have to be here for 24 hours at this circle. And I'm hoping they don't assign us another one because I really would like to get up there. What is today's date? October 1st. So I have to the 15th to make our way up there. Breaking the fortress flotilla. That looks like it might be interesting. We'll have to, when it's dark, we will start transferring some of our backup. The only room I have is over there. Can I? No. Okay, let me look at that. Head up top. Take a look around. Hey guys. Tackled by a saving screen. Okay, I was just looking. We're about to start broadcasting on Twitch as well. Simulcast, so to speak. But not quite yet. Right. Battery's at 93. Go back in here to the main map. As we spin around frantically. Hey guys. We're all hanging out here. Yeah. Give me this. Zoomed in pretty well. Let's erase the extra stuff over here from the last sinking and speed up some time. Can we do more?
Tube 3, ready.
Yeah, we can. Which means we should be recharging our batteries a little bit faster. Still 93%.
Tube 4, ready.
And we have a radio transmission. Be more aggressive. Ugh. I'm stuck in this circle. Come on. And I'm not going after a task force, so be more aggressive. Another one. Oh, it's decoding time. Everyone's favorite. Yes, although I should be able to make a little bit better progress at this one. Okay, let's see what this is. This is going to be an important message about Ovaltine. Ovaltine, not Ovaltine. All right, take out the Enigma machine. Let's see if we can get this done quickly this time. Grab my notepad. Grab my pen. And time to use our Enigma machine. TCNJ. Looks like the beginning. Nope. I think it's NU. My vision's going to cause problems. All right. KQFM. And we'll go ahead and decode those. Set this book first. What month was it sent? October. Okay, so October is FLUS. Let's change this to FLUS. Did I just pass it? Yep. Or is it FLUS? Right. TC. Let's go with the first one. TC, which is a ZX. NU. And down to U, which is TB. KQ is going to be on the previous screen. Or previous page, I guess. JK. Q. It's an MR. And then FM. Oh, wrong one. Go back to A, F, down to M, KU. Which is going to give us our TMK. I'm going to find the term for that 3-letter cipher. Okay, it's our cipher. So we're going to go to the group list. And T is the first letter. And then TM. TM and K. 271. This is our cipher number, which we memorize. Now we're going to check allocations. Normally on the B. 271 to 281 is Hydra, which it pretty much always is. We can check area of operations, but we already know. How do we know? Is because Hydra is good for this area until 1945, and it's 1939. So we'll just go on to the next one. This is October. Oh, they're having Oktoberfest back in the fatherland. October Hydra, and let's get our wheel indicators. When was the message sent? Can I find a place to move this? Yes, I can. Excellent. Message was sent 10-1. So let's unlock the key. Only the captain has, you know. Let's remove these wheels. Probably just to put the same ones back in, but and 10-1. 1 is going to be beta wheel. A. Check. Wheel 6 set to W. Wheel 6 set to W. Check. Wheel 1 set to I, which looks a lot like a 1. I. Check. Wheel 7 set to Y. Wheel 7 set to, oops, wrong way, Y. Check. Close the case. Open up the circuit board or pegboard. Sent on the 1st. Let me verify the 1st. It was the 1st. 726. Old address I used to have. 726. 726. Okay. 81. 81. 81. 212. 212. 212. 1710. 1710. 2013. 2013. 2013. 923. 923. 414. 923. Insignificant date. 414. 1924. It's actually a good year. 1924. 63. 63. 1618. We're going to have to move the chart. 16. 18. 16. Where did we grab this thing at? Okay. 16. 18. Last number. WMKV. Sounds like a radio station, doesn't it? WMKV, which is, excuse me, our primary encryption code. Let's change that to W. M. I'll take this pen out of my hand. Losing my voice. K. Pass right by it. Oh, there it is. V. V. Okay. Don't think I need the pen anymore. Now we pull up this chart. We find the special movement place. Put it there, I guess. And we type in it's the encryption cipher. I want to get the term right. Encryption indicator. Sorry, it's encryption indicator, which is going to give us a new encryption wheel key. So that is XBRV. XBRV. And assuming I haven't read anything wrong, HKZX. All should work well, but shouldn't be saying that. H. K. Keep passing those K's. Z. X. Oh, there it is. Okay. We clear that, and we see if it begins to make any sense. Lock in the keyboard. That looks like BQSJ. I'm a long way from the screen. Apologize. BQSJ. Does not look like anything that makes sense to me. So obviously I did something wrong. Don't you hate that? I'm not sure what I could have done wrong other than taking those original letters down. TNCU. No, TCNU. Right? KQFM. Translate those. 271. Did we miss a step? Got that number. Let's go through this part again. The TM. I think that's TM, isn't it? Yep. TMK. 271. Yep. That's right, which is always going to lead us to Hydra. Oops, wrong one. Going to be Hydra. Correct. Several areas. Maybe you have to click on. I've noticed that you actually do have to click on certain things to get it to work. Don't know why. And located the cipher cover control area. So we open this up. Hydra. Do we have it set to October? October 1st. October 1st, yes. That's the first. Let's check the beta wheels. I'll reset those. A. Beta. A, yep. Wheel 6. Wheel 6 to W. To W. Wheel 1 to I. To I. Wheel 7 to Y. To Y. Clear. I'm guessing it's the pegboard. I don't know. It was the first. So 726. Remember commenting on that one? 8-1. 8-1. 212. I should redo them because I might not look at one that I skipped. 1710. 1710. 2013. 2013. 923. Insignificant date. 414. 1924. Good year. 63. 63. 16. 18. WMKV. WMKV. Reset to W. There's always a chance, I guess, the software could have a bug. WM. A lot of people have been having problems with KV. The complexity should be there, but I much understand its operation now. But we're going to check to make sure I didn't screw anything up at this part. Okay, open Notepad. Okay, close the machine, go to the Ausenberg Einstellung. I don't speak German, so you can quit laughing now. Plug burn setting position. Did that because it told me the setup position there. Going to take a second look just to make sure that's what I read correctly. Did that, followed by the first, because this is the first WMKV. Yep. And then that's the code we would normally type in here, and set the starting position again with the okay. Open it, type in the encryption indicator. First set up the plug board and starting position. That's what we did. Encryption indicator, which is up here, which are the letters. Maybe I didn't type those in. XBRV. XBRV. No, I remember seeing the HKZ. Oh, it's ZX. There's our mistake. HK. If I could actually see the screen, we'd have a lot less problems. HK. At least I think I didn't see that before. HK. Z. And that is an X. No, I believe I got the X in there before. But we'll clear that. And make sure that was the last step. With the decoded, yep. And then we start decoding the message, which the first four letters are going to be BQSJ. Well, completely different this time, so it should be interesting to see what we do. UTQX. And I don't think it's making any more sense. TQX BZBC. Yeah, I think the more I type, the less it makes sense. MUMW. That's right. MU. WV. Go. Just seeing if there's anything in there. Okay, we'll come back to it in a little bit. Obviously, there is some procedural mistake they made that I'm just blindly overlooking. I've done this actually quite a few times. See, I've got most of the procedure memorized, but nothing more frustrated than that. And it may just tell us to drink Ovaltine, so let's see the last message. We lost the mouse now. Lost everything. Okay. Okay, well, it now all came back after I hit about 40 keys, so who knows what happened there. I have another 20. Hold on, let me make sure. Alright. Let's continue the search pattern and be more aggressive.
Plotting course. Plotting course.
24 hours we can get out of here.
Plotting course.
We're still generating, working on the batteries. 93%. I don't think they're going up any. Uh-oh. I think you hear a plane. Let's go below the surface.
Periscope depth. Flat main ballast tank. Flat negative tank.
So much for generating
4 planes.
power. Let me put this up just a little bit. Should use the other one because it does have a bigger view range. Okay, about the time we get under there,
Current depth 10.
we'll find out there's nothing there.
Engage electric motors.
During the day, planes are deadly. Okay, let's put that up a little bit more. And we have a definite storm coming this way. Okay. Let's return to the surface.
Surface the boat. Low main ballast. Low
We'll
negative.
speed up the engines. That might be keeping us from
8.
recharging as much.
Aft planes. 2.
Oh,
Half speed ahead.
Joseph, you are so sad sounding.
Ja, bitte?
Yeah. Okay, well, we have to get back to the surface first. Nothing, never mind. Okay, we're on the surface. Yep, resume charging of the batteries.
Yes. Recharging batteries.
Thank you very much. Gotta listen for the battery charger to kick in.
Recharging the batteries.
Perfect.
Yes.
Let's speed up again.
Running on both diesels.
Smoke on the horizon.
Making-
Bearing 317.
Okay, we found us a target, I think. I'll use this periscope down here first. Ooh, this one is slow, isn't it? 317. 317. Right about there. It would be just that, smoke. It's ways off, so let's start marking its course. Hit that, start the clock. for those who aren't familiar with this, because I see a lot of people look at these hands and say, oh, I've got to speed up time or do, you know, add 5 minutes of this. There's an internal timer here that goes to 5, 10. It does 5-minute intervals. It does count in between, so you could just watch that. You don't have to worry about the outer one. It is Submarine's pocket watch. Okay, looks like he's heading our way. So what we're going to do is maybe go down this way a little bit. Come here. Bring this guy up to here. Drop these off. For now, go ahead and take out the tactical. And we're going to try and guess a course for him based on his first location. Okay, so we don't want to go down that way because just want to head this way. Maybe a little bit sooner. Just a long ways off. Did I draw that line? I draw that line. Goes through here. Looks like he might be heading up a little bit. Trying to get as close as I can to that line there. Oh, no wonder. And this can't be very accurate because we don't have much to go off of yet. Yeah, I'll go this way just a little bit because it's taking forever to get here. There's this line. We want to get him straight in as soon as possible, but we need to know his actual course. A couple more seconds. What's our battery life at? 93 still. No, that's what I expected to be at, is 93. Let me check our tube status. We've got electric in there and 3 steam. Okay, so I'll use tubes 2 and 4. See if I can see this guy yet. Yep, I can. Okay, so we're going to close down that periscope. I'm going to go up the salt periscope because this is a potential target. Let's get over here. We're going to have to be submerging in a little bit. But hopefully it will remain daylight. There's a smoke on the horizon. Whoops. Completely pulled it off. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Smoke on the horizon. I'll put it this side. I'm going to zoom in so we can tell his visual range. We've got a ways to go before he's a problem. He's about to be at 5 minutes, so I'm going to expand this. Get ready for the marker. So our first mark, our second mark, he is definitely going upward. We're going to have to change our course. All the way to music gets more dramatic. Okay, we're going to go up here and alter this projected course first. It's looking like he's going to be coming on the other side of us.
Plotting course. Plotting course.
Alright, let's see if we can get his speed. How close are we being detected? We've got a couple more minutes. Maybe not every couple more minutes, but 1350 meters. He's traveling pretty darn quick. Keep an eye on that. Bring up our chart. We can turn off the clock. I was noticing our chart button isn't working. 1315 meters in 5 minutes. Traveling at 9 knots. He is cruising. Okay. Wait till it gets a little bit closer so I can start plotting our attack. I am going to put another on him and start that clock again. Just to get a better idea of his speed. We've upgraded our hydrophones, which gives us a much better hearing range, which is paying off, obviously. Okay, I can see he's updating his course again. So we'll alter that. About how far are we going to be from this edge if he stays around this line? 1400 meters. So let's take out the protractor and calculate our 90 degrees. A7, can't see it now. A6, 90. Pull it all the way down here. There we go. Don't know where we're heading.
Plotting course. Plotting course.
Can pull up there. It's roughly 91, but close. Is he close enough for us to start locking on? No, I don't think so. Nope, a long way off. Looks like single stack, 2 towers. Sounds like Lord of the Rings book. Novel, actually. Okay. So we've got our headings going here. We're going to start slowing down our speed after we make our final adjustment. Get rid of that electric torpedo when I get a chance to. Yeah, make sure this one's straight. If you're doing this, you always want a couple lines in the straight line you're going, so your course will straighten out a little bit. We're slowing down. We're going to go beneath the surface in a second. It's just we may push the periscope all the way up. I don't want to lose track of him as the deal.
Stop.
Okay, we've stopped. We're on the surface. Let's just go to periscope depth.
Periscope depth.
Keep it like this, I guess. And once we're about 10 meters in the water, I'll readjust the periscope. I don't think we could lock onto him. Oh, we can.
Target.
Excellent. Can we put the scope on him? Good. I'm going to decrease this some. Right. Well, since I can't see him, I'm going to have my gunner attempt to identify him. Medium European composite freighter. I gotta look that up, but looks good so far.
Shut down diesel engines.
Okay, so let's go back to our chart. We haven't hit 5 minutes yet. We will in a second. I want to, do I have time to calculate the angle from him right now?
Current depth 10 meters.
Maybe not. I'll go ahead and do the next mark. And he's veering his course again. And we're losing sight. So I'm going to go ahead and mark him about right there. So if he's close to 1340. .850, so he's slowing down. Looks like his course is changing. I'm going to recalculate it to that. Wait till I get a visual confirmation from him before I can't lock up now because we're not high enough above the surface. Long ways out. And I don't want to recalculate those lines because I have a feeling they're going to be off. If he was heading this way, and it looks like he was heading this way, he may be going upward. So what we can do is speed up some time. Actually, let me see if our sonar can pick him up.
Merchant growing stronger. Bearing 8-4.
That's him. Who's doing the pinging? The soundtrack. Yeah. I go a little bit faster. This could take him all day. Yeah, that's the music. Really bad idea to give me another
Merchant
hydrophone
growing
reading.
stronger. Bearing 8-3.
Still can't see him yet. I think he's going upward.
Merchant growing stronger. Bearing 8-3.
Let me get my co-host is back, Thackeray the cat.
Merchant, bearing 8-2, growing stronger.
Just cannot get them quite close enough. Come on. You gotta be close enough there. Can we lock on him? Nope. How far out can this guy be? I guess very far out. Well, if he gets any closer, we're going to have to knock on his door. He's definitely within range of spotting us. Okay. I have no idea what he's doing. And we're going to save there. I think he's sailing pretty far north, which means we're going to want to. Did I pause or? No, I didn't pause. Start moving forward just a little bit.
Plotting course. Returning to
Slow
course.
speed.
Yes.
Minimum speed ahead.
Prepare for course change. Returning to course.
We're sort of locked on it. I'm following him. That's how we're locked on him, but it's not visual here. Yeah, finally. Had to get that close before.
Target marked.
Yeah, you can lock on him too. And give us identification now. Bring you down. Turn that off. Okay, let me see what he's moving at now. Yeah, he's changed that angle quite a bit. Actually, I'm just going to erase that and redraw it because we're doing a disservice from where we originally saw him. So there, we go up a little bit high. I'm going to erase this. Come up with a new 90-degree program here. Almost got 90 degrees. A little bit far out. Bring it in closer to where we're at so I don't have to drive a long way. There we go. That's better. So let's change our course to here. To
Plotting course. Plotting course.
To
Plotting
here.
course.
Speed up just a little bit. Drop.
Slow
I
speed
can get
ahead.
his angle now. TWOS. About 57 degrees. Angle of bow. So let me go. It's heading toward us, so that's his port side. About 57. Okay, and what are we going to do for his speed? It was about 8 knots. We're going to take another reading now that we have visual sight on him. Start that clock. And, oops. Locked on him there. Let me go over here. And see what range we're going to have. Roughly about 1600 if we stop somewhere in there. Okay. Oh, we're going to start flooding tubes.
Flooding
2
tube
and
2.
4.
Flooding tube 4.
Change that one to high speed. Oh, sorry.
Closing tube 1.
Too fast. Going to try to set it closer to the keel, but not actually below the keel.
Torpedo
Not using
depth
magnetic.
Set to 2 meters. Closing tube 2.
Set this one
Flooding tube 2.
just below the water line to make a hole. Set it to fast. Go back to
Closing
here.
tube 4. Flooding tube 4.
And we see we've got everything calculated except for this. I'm going to do 1600. So let's turn this off, adjust this to 16. 1658 is pretty good. Turn it back on. And I'm going to unlock us for a second just to see where our firing solution is going to set the gyros at 0. So about there. Is he really traveling that fast that we're going to fire that early? Wow. Of course, we're still moving too. That's part of the problem. Let's see how much more movement time we have. I can increase that a little bit.
Half speed ahead.
Lower the periscope just a little bit. I'll make sure we're not splashing water on the top of it so we lose sight of him. Looks like he's keeping a better pace this time. Just wait for our ship to line up here, and then we'll recalculate our gyro settings. He's still a long ways off. My concern is that he's going to be heading that way versus what we've done. We'll do another angle of bow once we get to close to a stop, at least 1,600 meters. Put the periscope down a little bit more. Water's pretty smooth, so we don't have to worry about too much splashing. We're going to pull up the book and look at them in a second. Once we're stopped, we'll do a stadimeter, or people call it a steady meter. Stadimeter is a measurement using the mirrors of his height, since we actually know what ship he is. Medium European composite freighter, better known as an MECF. Don't know that it is. But now, I've noticed a lot of players, when they start going the straight line, because they want to slow down, they want to drift, they'll actually reverse engines. You will sometimes get the cavitation marker up on that. Not a good idea. I don't know how much the game plays in the cavitation, but that, putting the engines in reverse to slow yourself down, disrupts the water that's spinning in one direction. You counterspin it, and you're making a blunder. And with someone with a good hydrophone, at least as good as the one we have on this ship, and this is a cheap one, should be able to hear the cavitation and then change their course. Now, if you're going slow enough, it might not be much of a problem. We got just another 20 seconds before we can take his next speed, so there it is. Actually, no, it wasn't even 20 seconds. Okay, so let's see what speed he's traveling at now. And he's already changed his angle. So 950, that seems a little bit more realistic. Speed knots, 5 minutes, 956, yeah, so it was about 6 kilometers. So he had no reason to be traveling so fast before. So we're going to adjust that speed setting. If I can get the screen to go down, we'll stop the clock. We're not getting anything to work right now. We stop the clock. Let's get rid of it. I have a feeling I'm going to have to reset something here. Okay, so let's unlock this and set his speed to 6. Which will change that angle we had on him before. So I'm going to unlock and check our gyros, bring them to 0, see where the firing is. The firing is the lead before the 90-degree angle. So we're still firing pretty early, but not as early as we were. Huh. And we'll see if we can pull that in. Let's go back and lock on him. Once we stop, we'll do the speedometer. Plotter. Book of freighters. He is the medium European. Medium steam, motor, medium bulk cargo. medium composite freighter. I think that's what it'll be. So 7.3 draft. Which we don't have set up for right now. Mass 28 feet. Is there another one? Oh, okay, so yeah, European one. Okay, draft 4.5. That's about right. Yeah. And what is the top mass? 28. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay, we're going to be pulling up to the 1600 meter point in a second. We'll recalculate. Our AOB, and then, well, hope that we're not getting him to change course too much. Looks like he's changing it again, so I'm gonna remark his course. Just a little bit too late for us to alter ours now, so that's why we need to get just a little bit closer. Come on. Don't do any time dilation here because we're so close to, and the meter will drift in for the last few feet once we get there. At least 1650. What have I got? It's set to 1635. So yeah, we need to get in just a little bit closer. Gonna unlock this again and check the gyros. I like checking these gyros, you know, to make sure we're firing with enough lead. Not as much lead because of the speed he's traveling at. Okay, reacquire that. Go over here. See, 1650. Okay, let's go ahead and stop our engines.
All stop.
We'll try another bow angle. I'm not going to change it probably, but we'll see because he's got 61, and what is our set at? Bearing 61, 59 degrees. It's negative because we're on the port side. I'm going to leave it at 59, traveling at 5 knots. He might be traveling at 6 knots. I'll fire one early and then one before the gyro and one after the gyro. Okay, let's check here. We're at what meters? 2.6? Yeah, because his draft wasn't very high. I don't want to send it under the keel and use magnetic sensor because I don't seem to have any luck with that. The sea's rather calm, so we could probably do it. But I'd like to hit this one. He's modestly big. Well, he's medium. And then
Closing
tube
2.
4
Flooding tube 2.
is we're going to hit right below the water line so he can take in some water.
Closing tube 4. Flooding tube 4.
given his length, actually, I'm tempted to fire one just a little bit early, one a little bit late, but I might just go ahead and fire. I'm going to set up the electric
Flooding tube 1.
tube.
Closing tube
I hate to use
2.
all these
Flooding tube 2.
tubes. It can't go any speed but slow. But
Closing tube 1.
if the first
Flooding
one
tube
misses,
1.
I want to be able to. Let's do the thermometer. I don't want to change. Well, I don't want to change the range that I'm firing at, so I'm not going to. Could calculate his range, but well, 1635. We've got a little bit of time, so I can do it. I'll just reset mine again. Range. Okay. Oh, it's already activated. I have to pull that up to the top. To the top of the flag. There. And let's see what our stidimeter says. 3,700, which is about right for his distance. But we're going to set it to 1635. Actually, 1640. Because he seems to be angling off a little bit now. I'll check that. We might use some time dilation there. Well, he's staying pretty close to it. So we might have a good setup here. We'll pull this down. Make sure we're on tube 2. Try speeding up a little bit. Hopefully not enough to where I miss our target. But enough to where
All stop.
I thought we had stopped before. Now I need to check our range. Okay, what is our range? From here to here, 1550. 1600. Well, that should be within, in case he varies at all. Just slightly above the water, we're not moving. Push the periscope down just a little bit, but if one wave comes and breaks the lock, that's going to be irritating. Let me see what I've got locked here. Open it up all the way, I guess. All right. Bring that back down. Not that far, I guess. Back to where, about where we had it. And I'll unlock one more time and check our gyros. So I have a visual idea of where they're going to shoot as well. Over here, so it's pretty close. Torpedoes are going this way, so we're leading by this much. There hasn't been my day for calculations, so who knows what I screwed up. Got a Twitter message sitting in the middle of my screen. And there's another way you could just aim everything at 90 degrees and then, you know, offset it to where you have you fire ahead of time, and you can actually, as instead of what I'm doing, I have it, you know, placed directly in front. I could, let me see if I can get that to alter. If I were to do this, unlock this, then that changes when I fire, so I can start picking a point to where I fire. So if I were to bring this back to 0, when I see a certain part of the sub come by, I can fire. Most people wait until the center stack because the rest of this, see, normally you can follow it there. In fact, I'll go ahead and do it this way and screw the whole thing up. You can follow it, so these will rotate down to 0, or when he starts passing through, you're obviously at 0. If you're following him, is just the difference is you get to see which point of the ship that you're technically firing at. So I can wait till he gets a little bit past the center point to fire the first torpedo, where before I'd be firing directly at the middle, which could put a little bit late, a little bit early, or dead on. Middle is the biggest part of the target, so there's an advantage to firing at the middle. But if you're fairly close, you could, or if you see it, like I have 3 torpedoes here, if I see one is going to be early or late, then I could sort of compensate and fire again. Now you can't move this around, otherwise you're gonna have a off target. So let me go ahead and see if I can speed this up just a little bit. And I have issues with speeding up things like this because I don't know what happens with physics engines. I have explained that in a couple of other videos. If you've played games that alter physics, time dilation can really screw it up. So we're dead on. I don't know how much of a lead time I've got. Torpedo, I might have screwed up in the torpedo time, as you saw. The Enigma machine, I'm not on my best today, so could miss the whole thing. I've got 3 of them loaded, so if I do one slightly after the bow, one at the center, I think I should be able to hit it, or close to the center, and not have to use a third. 3 torpedoes is a lot. Perfect time to save. Other thing I have noticed is the game, sometimes you'll get a frame rate drop depending on the other ships in the area, and what happens is the ship will skip, and I've seen it like a torpedo approaching, and then you get just a small frame rate drop and you get a skip, like the ship jumps forward very far or very back, which has caused me to hit them and miss them. Now maybe the calculations remain the same, I don't know, but I'm not sure how they're doing their calculations. They should be coming into view shortly. Keeping it zoomed in so we get a slightly more accurate reading. He has stayed on that course fairly well. My concern is his speed. He seems to have been going faster earlier and slower now because he's taking his time. And I have been in situations when I've been so close that as they get just about here, they start to turn because they know there's a submarine. They've spotted you, and that screws everything up because that turn is just enough either to cause a dud or to cause the torpedo to miss. It's a clever tactic. You can sometimes compensate by then altering your ship's direction or altering your angle of bow, AOB, and still hitting the ship. But once they start getting that side angle, you might be looking at mostly duds, which I think, I have a lot of experience. I've been playing this game for a long time. It's been a while since I've been a commander of a World War II submarine, but knowing something about ballistics, it's the angles on say tanks and other vehicles that cause ricochets and bounces. The flat-on shot is the best. It works the same with torpedoes, actually more so because of the water resistance, thickness of hull, and the waves, the break that comes from the bow of the ship. You know, it's causing some physical resistance. This guy is coming into view, isn't he? So we've got him at 5 knots. Do I accidentally hit that button? My finger's rusting on it now. So we'll let the bow just crest past the center position. And we'll see if that one's early. And then just before mid ship, if I can pull that off, we'll fire the second one. Because I think we're going to be late. Could turn out we're early. There he comes. Unsuspecting so far, but I've had them just at this point start to make that turn. Once that first torpedo's in the water, they sometimes make the turn. These are steam torpedoes, so you can definitely... Well, it has nothing to do with the steam store, by the way, but they're steam driven, but not steampunk. Okay, so let me get just a little bit past maybe that first set of stacks, past the bow. Okay, fire that one. Go to 4, just a little bit before the center. Right there. Fire.
Closing tube 4.
Okay, we'll see if we can follow them now. See where our tubes are. There they are. Actually, we can go outside and watch the misses. Oops, let's pull up here. Remember I was saying that I thought they might be a little bit early. Looks like they're going to be a little bit late. Well, glad I didn't fire at center ship. This one is definitely behind. He's traveling faster than 5 knots. That was one of the problems. I think he was about 6. So it'll probably hit with one, miss with the other, unless this one knocks out the engine. It is at the keel, so hopefully it does hit.
Torpedo impact.
That would be an engine room hit. The other one, yeah, because he slowed down, we may get the end of it, which would, come on, hit it, hit it. Yes.
Torpedo impact.
That should finish off the ship there. Let's do this so I can do a screenshot for a thumbnail. But doesn't look like he's going down. Or maybe he is. Just can't tell. Let's start approaching. Again, this chart here. Where are we? Where is he? No, it looks like it's a sink. Let me check my reports here. No, I see debris there. Didn't get any radio traffic, but let's pop up to the surface. 1 knot. Start moving toward him.
Minimum speed ahead.
Plotting course. Returning to course. Prepare for course change. Returning to course.
Looks like he's going down. Yeah, he's going down. Going down pretty fast too. I'll make sure those torpedoes are reloading. I have them on auto load, but they apparently don't like to do it. And tonight, when it's nighttime, we'll have to take the reserves in. Okay, let's start plotting the course that we were heading on originally. Let's see.
Yes.
Which might be, we'll go this way now.
Plotting course.
Running on
Plotting
both
course.
diesels.
Plotting
Making-
course.
1-4. Knots in this weather.
Plotting course.
Make sure I don't get too close. To the shallow water. Okay, I'll come out of the periscope here. Hopefully I got some survivors. Alright, so we did sink him. Only 4,900 tons, not a lot to write home about. And let's increase our speed.
Slow speed ahead. Half speed ahead.
And we'll see if we can get Joseph to recharge his batteries again.
Ja, bitte?
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Recharging batteries.
We have a big mess on the map there. And the reason why
Recharging the
we're off
batteries.
is our angle in the bow was off. You could just set it to 90 and aim ahead. You could, yeah, just monitor his speed. Just set the angle about at 90, and then you could, I think, turn off the. I don't have to. I think there's a tutorial on it. You should be able to find that. If you do a much more accurate AOB measurement, you're going to be able to pick the spots. I was hoping for about midship and something toward the end. Where I got was made me happy, but not really what I fully expected. I'd like to know where they're going. Okay, guys, let's radio that in. Yeah. Hey, Wolf. Yep, let's send a message.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Send a status report. And you're going to send me an OK back.
Yes.
Alright, guys. Wait, wow, you look down. I actually use I-beams to lift these things. I-beam with another beam to crank it up,
Radio message sent.
to slide it in. We've got a couple reserves up on deck. The worst place to have them, I think, but back here. We talked to him last time.
Want to try some on this duplicated?
Nope. See if I can unlock this, bring this back up to full size. There we go. Looking at my monitor there as I see Olaf just staring at me sort of blankly. Okay, what we're going to do is, for some reason, the E button is not working, but I think there's a button that I hit that deactivates it. I'm not sure. Let's see if we've hit still ongoing in this area. This is 54, right? 55, 14. We're within 120 kilometers. So I really want to move up to one of the other mission areas. And we can go all ahead full, actually. You want to get out of there. They did not get a chance
Full
to
speed ahead.
send out a distress message, which is good. They did get through the life rafts, but no distress message. So, see if we can clear some of this out. We don't need as much of it now. What do we got over here? Let's see if we can zoom in. We have our one ship that is marked. A couple more markers. Oh, I'll get rid of that. Yeah, let's get a depth reading.
Right away.
Okay, I don't hear it bounce back.
Depth under keel is 82 meters, Captain.
Yeah, it's taking a little bit longer than it should. All right, let's see here. I'm looking for our, well, shipping charts, shipping chart. Can't zoom in on this. This off to the side right now. So air coverage, this area here, that's the area we're in. They have a lot of air coverage. And we have another shipping chart actually. What's this one? Hydrophone GTR. Instructions. Good, they bring instructions with it. There we go. So, air coverage, pretty strong through here. High naval traffic through here. Dotted lines, single merchant route. So lots of warships, but where these dotted lines are single merchant routes. We are being told to hang out in this area right here for 24 hours, which leaves all these nice routes open. There's also a base up to the top, all sorts of stuff we could be doing. Allied air coverage, it gets pretty heavy. You see the air coverage by 43 is, it goes from here, 39, to here. That's a dramatic change. In fact, there's no air coverage out here in 39 whatsoever. And so this is the route, convoy route. Yeah, another convoy right over here, and there's one here. So if I could go anywhere, but where I'm at, this area is high naval traffic and high air coverage. That is it. Oops. Well, not fantastic. See the minefields here. Okay, we've got a few floating around in areas that we're at. That could be painful. There's a lot up here too, going to this location. It's a shame we can't overlay that. That would be handy. This is the shipping chart. Yeah, that's the old one. Okay, where'd the other chart go so I can get rid of this minefield? Okay, what was the nautical one? Oh, that. Yeah, not helping. Alright, well, let's pop that down. And we'll speed up time a little bit. Might keep this broadcast a little bit shorter than the usual 3 hours. Go a little bit faster. See how Joseph's doing on the batteries. 95.
Tube 2, ready.
Good. I do want to reload the reserves until nightfall, because we can't leave the deck
Tube 4.
I guess
ready.
we could, but I don't think the game particularly allows it. And we'd lose those. Oh, good batteries. Recharge. We would lose those torpedoes.
Right away.
But during the day, one plane came over and totally screwed. So I have to do it under
Depth under keel is 81
nightfall.
meters.
I'm curious to see.
Captain.
This is shallower than this, so I'm curious to see what this area is. Of course, with the speed we're traveling, I don't know if it's giving me for this or going to be this by the time it pings back. But this is the lighter, the greater the shallowness, so to speak.
Plotting course. Plotting course.
Well, we never even got that one back, so let's check this
Depth
area.
under keel is 157 meters, Captain.
Right, angled this way because
Plotting course.
we're having luck
Plotting course.
in this outer ring. I'm gonna try it. There's 157 here, so I want to see what this is. If I can. Last time it might have been too soon. Right when we make the turn.
Smoke
Right
on
away.
the horizon. Bearing 330.
The weather is improving. Depth
Yes.
under keel is
Yeah.
157
Warship there.
meters, Captain.
Periscope depth.
Right away.
Mark it. Bring up the clock.
Running on both diesels.
Set it.
Making 1-4 knots in this weather.
Depth under keel is 154
That's good.
meters, Captain.
We're going to go ahead and start a turn now. He's going the other way, so I won't need to worry about his time. I'll keep it counting for now. At least it seems like he's going the other way. Maybe not. Change the music by changing the time.
Current depth 10 meters. Shut down diesel engines.
Oh, we lost him now, so it doesn't make a
New
difference.
contact. Warship moving slow. Constant distance. Bearing 241. Long range.
Go up to snorkel depth. Let me. We'll speed up time one more time, see if he's following us. He's getting further on the range, although we're under the water, so it's close enough to keep us from going fast. Now it's nighttime. Stop here, not stop. Slow down. Time dilation. Go up the periscope. Actually, I need to use this one more, don't I? The men are all wondering why I keep going up and down the ladder and not using the observation periscope. If you ever have difficulty lowering this one completely, it's because you're using it and you can't lower it completely while you're using it. Okay, we got him. Meter there. So we can see any smoke. It is dusk. But I don't think I'm going to plot something of a course for him here, because I think he might be going this way or in a circle. Could be searching for something here. Received no radio broadcast while we're up top. Don't think. Nope. Okay, this is to us. Contact reported enemy task force. Longitude 4 degrees 52 minutes west, latitude 40 course. Speed. Well, we'll have to look into that, although let me see if we're still patrolling our area, so I don't see why we could do much of anything with it. Unless it's close by. There we go. I wish I could see the longitude numbers. Well, it's gonna be so far out of our area. 4. Yeah, so it's going to be up here probably someplace. Can't see the latitude. We haven't had latitude numbers anymore. There we go, there's one. That's 59. So 48. It's going to be down. 55. I got to be way south of where we are. That's an area I'd like to go to. $48. Okay. And 4. So it's saving. Let's zoom out. So it's on the other side. Of the world as far as we're concerned. It's down here, we're up here. Yeah. Don't see that as being something we can help with. Okay, I'll pull this periscope and I think we'll call it an end of a broadcast since it's almost 2 hours for a YouTube broadcast. Way too long. Nobody on YouTube watches that. Thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate it very much. If you have any comments, questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And you can catch me or follow me on Twitter as Quinn Eisen. And I will be doing more broadcasts of this incredibly popular video game called Silent Hunter 5. Until then, make sure you have a good day, and I hope to catch you all virtually later.